Welcome to episode 3 of The Quiet Cup, where each episode invites you to slow down, reflect, and reconnect to your space. My current to-do list is to tie up some loose ends, do a light study, and prepare to relax. In this third trimester of my pregnancy, I have had to develop a lot of grace for myself. I am originally an aggressive person when it comes to accomplishing tasks, bringing the energy, and showing up for myself daily. Laziness, we do not know her. Well, actually, we do during this pregnancy, but I like to call her resting numerous times a day. Here's the thing. When life hands us a different set of circumstances, we have to ask, what standards am I holding myself to that no longer apply in this season? With new needs and new limitations, I've had to let go of things I once held on to so tightly. Things I never thought I'd compromise on. But in this unfamiliar territory, I'm realizing that's not failure, it's adaptation. And the truth is, we don't have to explain ourselves, prove ourselves, and we don't have to just wait in oblivion for life to take its course. I realized I can still set goals and show up for myself, but to set goals that were realistic and gave me easy wins. For me, that looked like choosing curbside pickup instead of walking the aisles for a huge grocery haul. It looked like moving my body lightly at home instead of hitting the gym at 6 a.m. every day. It looked like temporarily pausing on huge nonfiction books and getting knowledge for work another way. Instead of abandoning my sense of self, I started asking, how can I honor this season while still honoring me? Pregnancy has absolutely challenged my go-getter identity. But I refuse to only focus on what it has taken away, because God is also giving me so much in this season. And it's showing me that strength doesn't always look like pushing through. It sometimes looks like slowing down, surrendering, and receiving. And maybe that's the bigger lesson. It's okay to shift your standards when life's circumstances change. Whether it's pregnancy, a new job loss, illness, grief, or transition. Why do we think we're supposed to operate at 100% in every area all of the time? We're not monolithic. We're dynamic. So the real question becomes, what do I need in this season? Who do I need? And how can I let myself be seen in the version of me that exists right now? Because it's okay to not always fit into the identity we've clung to in the past. It's okay to let others see us in our different versions. And it's more than okay to extend ourselves the same grace we give so freely to others. Maybe this season is really about God teaching us total dependence, reminding us that His power is made perfect in our weakness. There's a duality here. On one hand, feeling physically drained, and on the other, participating in the miracle of physically creating life. It's the tension of being tired yet purposeful, stretched thin yet still chosen for something so big. And that new, refined version of yourself, it's not just compromise, it's necessary. It's about redefining strength, not as the ability to push harder, but as the willingness to rest when your body and soul call for it. It's about reframing what looks like a setback and instead seeing it as a small but important win. It's about recognizing that pruning, though uncomfortable, is often God's way of preparing us for new fruit, new growth, necessary regrowth. So maybe the real invitation in this season is to let rest and surrender become the goal. To accept that when circumstances reset your standards, it's not a demotion, it's a redirection. To allow yourself the freedom to be human, with limits, with needs, and allowing God to remain God, limitless, steady, and faithful. Because the truth is, we were never meant to carry it all on our own anyway. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is step back, unclench your hands, and let God fill in the gaps. Every pause, every surrender is a sacred act of becoming. Weakness is not emptiness. It's the canvas where God's power paints its masterpiece. Even in stillness, even in rest, you are fully alive and participating in the miracle of your season. So, what part of yourself are you being invited to release so something new can bloom? How would your life changed if you measured success by grace and rest rather than constant achievement? And what if your limitations aren't setbacks, but sacred spaces for God's strength to show up? Thank you for joining me on episode 3 of The Quiet Cup.